Do you ever get an excess of condiments in your house, or oats, or fruit about to go bad? Well, currently I have all three of those problems, and I'm going to show you with a little bit of experimentation how we can make some delicious cookies with some odd ingredients. With a little bit of kitchen witchery, we can make all things happen. After gathering up all your ingredients, the first important step is wash your fruit. Do not make cookies with dirty fruit. First, we start with 3 cups of all-purpose flour, a cup of oats, rolled oats, and 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, now that we got our dry ingredients in one bowl, we're going to do the wets in the next. And because I don't have shortening, I'm going to use double the butter. So instead of 1 cup of butter for this recipe, I'm going to use 2 cups. And awesomely enough, this is precisely 2 cups of butter. So I don't have to measure. Next, we're going to add a cup of white sugar to the butter. Making sure not to skimp on it at all. And we need a cup and a half of brown sugar. This one will also be estimated a little bit because it's a bit sticky. So we need a cup and a half. We're gonna say that's half a cup. Okay, now we're gonna add 2 teaspoons, rounded of course, because you can never have too much vanilla, of vanilla extract. I just wait till it just slightly overfills the spoon, and then I count that as my teaspoon. Now that we got that added to the butter and sugar, we're gonna take it over here and blend it till it's smooth. Once we got that nice and smooth, we're going to add 4 eggs. We'll be saving our eggshells for our compost pile. Now we're going to blend the eggs with the sugar butter mixture. So this is where some of that trial by error comes into play. We actually need to put 1 more cup of all-purpose flour into our dries, because I forgot we were going to be mixing some more wet into our cookie mixture. We're going to be adding 14 ounces of ketchup to our sugar, butter, egg mixture. Looks so appetizing, doesn't it? And then we're going to zest some of our oranges. Okay, because my cameraman is out walking the dog, I thought I would show you this next step. After we have zested our oranges, we squeeze the orange juice from the oranges into our wets. After adding all the orange juice, we're then going to take our yummy orange zest and tap it into the bowl. Back over to blend some more. Look at that pretty pink color. Now, after making sure that our dries are fully mixed up, we'll make sure all the oats and flour and baking soda and salt all gets evenly distributed in there. Then we're going to take this flour mixture and start adding it to our wets. We'll do it about half at a time. So we'll take half this bowl add it to it, and you know the drill. Blend. Then we add the other half of the dry ingredients in. And you guessed it, we blend. While we're getting out our pans and parchment paper and dolloping our cookie dough out, we're going to set our oven at 375, and it should be ready to go by the time we are. So I probably didn't space these apart enough, but we will see. Time will tell. Now we're going to let these bake for about 12 minutes. Now we're going to take our scraps here and move them into our compost. Make sure you wash and rinse your eggshells before you put them in your compost. Otherwise, they're gonna stick. Alright, while our cookies are baking in the oven, let's go ahead and throw ourselves together a simple buttercream icing. First, we'll start with 16 ounces of salted butter. And we'll see if we can beat the oven before the timer goes off. Now we're going to add, to start with, about 2 cups of powdered sugar. Now we're going to add 14 ounces of ketchup. Let's see, maybe another 2 cups of confectioner sugar. This icing will go a long way. We are making somewhere in the realm of 40 cookies, maybe a little less. So this icing will definitely be put to good use. Oops. We're going to add some vanilla as well to our icing mixture. Just about a teaspoon. And we're going to blend that up. Pull out our cookies. Perfect. Perfect. Don't those look delicious? While those are cooling, and before we set up our next round of cookies, I think me and my husband are going to try these. Not bad. The orange zest really makes them pop. What do you think, Wade?
Zesty.
Now we got our icing all mixed up here. While we're waiting for our next batch of cookies to come out, we're going to go ahead and ice a couple of these just to try it out. Cookie for Wade. And one cookie for me. We'll give it a try. Woo! That's a tiny cookie. So even though I managed to get the cookie down, my husband and I both agree the icing is a no-go. The cookies itself are pretty good. However, ketchup cookies, ketchup and orange and oat cookies versus ketchup icing is a no bueno. So we're just going to stick with the delicious cookies, and the icing was a good attempt. So, an addendum to our cookies and icing. My husband wanted to point out that the icing tasted quite reminiscent of barbecue sauce. And barbecue sauce on cookies is just not up my alley. Nor was it his. However, the cookies themselves are delicious. So, one victory, one loss. I like those odds. Just keep trying, keep kitchen witching, keep using what we have. You guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow.